Okay, welcome back. So, it is Wednesday the 26th of August, after lunch in the afternoon, and so we had a load of rain yesterday on Tuesday, like 23 or 24 mil I think. So, and had a really good morning today, windy and sunny, so we're going to go and try the spring barley. We're going to go and try and make a start. So yeah, basically we're going to do a moisture test in the field and see, because there's a bit of a limit on how much we can dry it. George is behind me with the 6215R. He's got the header on the back. He did start off in front of me, but then we met a lorry on the drive, farm drive, and he ended up behind me. So we've got 110 hectares of spring barley to cut between farm 1 is finished now, but between farm 1 and farm 3 there's 110 hectares of spring barley to cut. I thought it was only 100, but Dad corrected me, it's actually 110 hectares. And yeah, I can't remember what the variety is right now, but I will find out. I'll catch you in a bit. That is a good looking tractor, isn't it? Definitely. Can't beat a John Deere for a tractor. Right, let's go for it. I should have asked Dad what the variety was, so I forgot. We've got a clean grain tank. I blew the combine down this morning. I did the dirty job of blowing it all down. If you haven't, have a look on the Instagram, there's a little clip of it there, but not much. Oh, it's pretty short, this straw. Hopefully the header's going to be behaving. See what happens. We'll turn the real speed up so it flicks it in the header nice and fast. Doesn't look very thick, but Dad's going to jump on in a minute with the moisture tester. But the combine's saying 13.8%, which I don't believe that, but that is not what I want to see already. Just push some dirt, so now I've got to get out and scoop out the header already. Right, just going to fill up this with some barley. It's not very easy when you're holding the camera. Does it have to be full right up? Well, I'll get one more scoop. Right, yeah. $14.9. You reckon that's right? It's hard to believe, isn't it? Oh well.
Yeah, well, when we get a trailer load, we'll put the spear in it and just double check that.
It's not going to be 18,
It's not going to be more than 18, so...
Yeah, it might be 16. Yeah, it's surprising. There's not much straw. There's a tiny amount of straw. I think it was about 3.8, 4K. Right, we'll have another go. quite pleased with the moisture. It was quite a surprise actually, considering all the rain what we had yesterday. There we go again. I'm just going to have to lift the stubble height up a little bit, because as soon as the header hits a soft patch, it just pulls the crop out of the ground. So we just pull the stubble height up a little bit. We may have to pull the stubble height up and put the lifters on, so that the lifters, you know, lift the crop up into the header. Right, I've been once around the headland. It's a bit disappointing. I'm going to have to get out and put the lifters on now George is here. Oh, we've got a blooming bee in here. I'm going to have to put the lifters on because I'm snipping off quite a few heads, like barley heads, and dropping them on the ground. The crop is short. Right, so Wednesday evening now. Just topping George up with his second tank full. Sun's gone down. It's starting getting a little bit tough already, to be honest. But the lifters are doing a good job on the flat spots. Just picking it up. I don't really like lifters, but I guess they've got their place. They do help sometimes, but the trouble is when they start getting worn and they break off, they end up going through the combine, so that's not good. So far this afternoon I have done 14 hectares, so we're getting there. It's got a bit steady since the sun's gone down. We're down to about 3.5k now, where we were up to about 5k earlier when the sun was out. And also the baler man's caught me up. He didn't start till about I don't know what time he started. 4 o'clock. He's caught me up already. There's not a lot of straw, not a lot of bales, so yeah, he's actually in the same field as me now somewhere. And right, so I'm just about to pack up. It feels like about 11 o'clock, but it's actually only 9:30. It's got pretty tough, and I'm almost finished the field that I wanted to get done. I wouldn't have been able to go on much later anyway, even if I wanted to, because the moisture's shot up to 16.5% moisture. So yeah, I'm going to do that little triangle bit there, and then I'm going to go and, well, I'm going to put what I've got in my tank in George's trailer, and then going to drop the header on the header trolley and take the combine back to the yard. I've only got to cross the main road and I'm back to the yard, so, and then I can fill it up with diesel in the yard then in the morning. the other reason is I think I've got some soil in my feeder house or in the back of the header from where I bulldozed some soil earlier, so I need to take the header off anyway, so to get that out, so it makes sense just to take it back. Save me having to get all my junk out and then get in the tractor with George and then get a lift back and that, so yeah, we will see what tomorrow brings. They're forecasting rain about, well, there's a chance of a shower tonight. They're also forecasting rain for about mid-afternoon tomorrow, as in Thursday. Right, that's this field done. Yeah, so we shall see what happens tomorrow. Right, Thursday morning. Just put a new battery in the camera, so hopefully we'll have a bit of life in the old camera. And I'm just going to do a few jobs on this header this morning. I've already filled up the combine with diesel. Come on, you go on there. Just got to move across the road. So we better fix that on. What have we got in here then? There was a bit of dirt in the feeder house on the combine. Back the header's clean, which is good. There wasn't actually that much in there either. It was just that little bit that was causing the problem. Right. Quickly grease it. Right, Eric, excuse the mess in here. It's all a bit jumbled up at the moment. Right, so we'll do this end first. Certainly making my life a lot easier, well, quicker, using this grease gun. And one in there. I will open up that guard just to check everything's alright in there. The chain is tight and that, and the belts are okay. I'll go and get the spanner. I don't need to. I only greased in there yesterday, so you don't need to grease in there every day. 13mm spanner is somewhere. What are you looking for? PTO shaft, I've done that yesterday. Chain's tight enough. Greased that yesterday. Greased those yesterday. I don't bother putting chain lube on. John Deere say there's no point, because for the chain lube to actually be of any help, to actually do its job, you'd have to lube the chain sort of like 4 or 5 times a day. So there's no point in just putting it on there once in the morning and that's it. It doesn't actually, it just flings off and mud sticks to it. Well, dust sticks to it, sorry. There's a spare knife in there, look, in case we break this one. A lump of dirt on there, but I'll go along and check the knife. Make sure we're not got any broken knife sections. I'll I've got to sort out. There's my pig's tail reel tine, because it got caught in the knife. What I've got to do, oh bloody hell, should be right actually. What I've got to do is fix these two knife sections. I'm gonna get the tools. What are you doing, Eric? What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, boy? You having a mooch around? Yeah? Straw's not yielding very well. I think it's only about 5 bales to the hectare. So not great really. Grain is yielding about 5.5 tonne. So that's not great either. So what I want to do is, where's he gone? That one and that one have both got snapped off bolts, and they're only being held on by one bolt. So I need to loosen that one off whilst I can see it. And then we need to pull on the auger like that, and slacken that one off. So basically there's a join in the knife here, and when the bolts have snapped off, obviously half the bolts left in this joiner. So what I've got to do is, the bolt is snapped off in a insert. If I knock the insert out, then you can see it then. Need to get back in here again. Put the punch in there. There goes that. See what I mean? That's the bolt, and then that's the little insert nut, or captive nut. Now we should just be able to put 2 new bolts and 2 new captive nuts, which I've got here. 2 bolts and 2 nuts that are made in Germany. And we want a ratchet. One bolt in there. One bolt in there. Oh, I might have to hammer them in, which I might have to do once I've got the combine down here, because they might go, because that's in the way. Hopefully you guys can see it all right. There he's going. Right, that's it. The header is ready to go. That wants to go out there. Put that lot down. Should probably put these dividers in too. Otherwise we'll be ripping them off when we're going into the next field. Spare parts can go in this toolbox. Ouch. Right, we're done. That's locked on, that's locked on. Come on, Eric. Eric, come on. Get in, buddy. Let's go. Right, we'll rev her up and get on. Turn the Hillmaster on. We're just pulled into this little, it's only like a 4-hectare field. Looks like the weatherman's shortchanged us a bit. Yesterday they were forecasting there wasn't going to rain until mid-afternoon. Now they're saying it's going to be like midday, if not earlier. So not good. We might get this little field done, but it was either sit in the yard and wait for it to rain or come down and try it. It was, I mean, like, I think it was Monday it was supposed to rain and we missed it, so thought I might as well just come down and try it and see what happens. We'll speed the drum up a bit. I think the baler will be out here as well in a minute, so I'll probably stick the drone up because the straw's fit to bale straight behind the combine, so might as well bale it before it gets wet. It'll be following me around the field in a minute. Right, so I finished that little field. It's about midday. Baler man's going for it, look. It is spitting with rain, but He's just trying to get that last bit of straw baled. But even if it wasn't going to rain, or even if it wasn't raining, I would have to wait for the sun to come out before I can do any more anyway, because the moisture on the grain is quite high. It's nearly 19% moisture, so yeah, we can't do that. We've got to wait for some sunshine. So we'll let this bit of rain pass through this afternoon. I don't think we're going to get much. And then showers again tomorrow on Friday, I think. And then Saturday's looking better. So yeah, hopefully we'll get going on Saturday. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. As you can see, it's a good job we got the combine in the shed, because it is tipping it down with rain right now. Delightful.